These are easily some of the dumbest decisions influencers make. Let's get started with number 5. Cold-blooded. Canadian influencer Liu Lee and her Slovakian boyfriend Oliver Karafa were wanted for murder and attempted murder and spent 3 months on the run before they were caught by Hungarian police in Budapest. In February 2021, the couple shot 38-year-old father of 3 Tyler Pratt fatally in Ontario, Canada, and tried to go after his pregnant girlfriend too. Pratt was pronounced dead at the scene. His girlfriend was hospitalized and lost her unborn baby. Within 24 hours, Lee and Karafa fled to Eastern Europe and traveled through Slovakia and Czech Republic before arriving in Hungary. But the couple made no attempt to conceal their identities, which is a great strategy when you're a social media star. Lee's mother, Hong Wei Winnie Liao, is the president of Respin International Group, an asset management firm based in Toronto with many political connections to Canada's Liberal Party. She runs in the same circles as Canadian Prime Minister and former party animal Justin Trudeau and Ontario Premier Doug Ford. Lee is one of a set of triplets, and with her sisters, had amassed a huge social media following by posing in their matching dresses and swimsuits. Her boyfriend Karafa is a Slovakian native who, in April 2012, was involved in a fatal car crash in which he drove drunk at twice the speed limit, resulting in the death of his passenger, 19-year-old David Chiang, after he was ejected from the vehicle. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison, which seems light if you ask us. The couple was arrested in Budapest after 3 months of being on the run. Lee consented to her extradition to Canada and was released on $2 million bail due to her mother's powerful political connections. 2 family friends pledged $500,000 and $200,000 respectively as sureties. The conditions said that Lee must stay in her North York home for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, except for medical appointments and exercise. She was required to wear a GPS tracking device on her ankle and couldn't have any visitors outside of her immediate family. Lee could only access the internet when supervised. Karafa stayed in Hungary after losing his battle to be extradited to Canada. During the hearing, it was revealed that Karafa shot the fatal bullet, resulting in Pratt's death. They were both charged with first-degree murder, meaning the murder was planned, but authorities haven't said why the couples met in the park that fatal night to begin with. Number 4. Snakeskinned. Stephanie Scolaro is an Instagram rich kid and model from West London with over 100,000 followers. She often posted pictures of herself jet-setting around the world and having photo shoots in exotic places. You know, a real salt-of-the-earth type girl, born into a humble life as the daughter of Italian mining tycoon Francesco Scolaro. She often flies by private jet to her family's homes in Monaco, Ibiza, and New York, just like the rest of us. She's even cool with her dad only stocking Fiji water on the jet instead of Evian like she specifically asked. Sometimes life is hard, but you gotta roll with the punches, you know? Scolaro became the subject of an international customs investigation after a mysterious package came addressed to her from Indonesia. German customs in Leipzig got a hold of the package containing illegal animal skins, mostly from pythons. Customs notified British authorities and forwarded the package to the UK. British Customs found more packages connected to Scolaro's name, containing 8 snakeskin baseball hats and another filled with other illegal animal skins. The packages were found at London Heathrow Airport in March 2017. Police arrested and interviewed Scolaro the same day in connection with said packages with 2 forged importation certificates inside. Scolaro defended herself by saying that she was the victim of the scam by Indonesian snake farmers, because when are Indonesian snake farmers not targeting rich Instagram models? It's practically every day. Scolaro said had nothing to do with the packages or the illegal animal skins inside. She was probably hoping they would just ignore all the snakeskin products she was selling on her website. There was clearly no connection. Authorities seized a total of 35 hats worth about £12,215 and a large snakeskin bag listed for £2,800 on her website. Scolaro was accused of keeping python leather skins in her London apartment and selling them on her website SS Python, her Instagram account, a London boutique, and a menswear shop elsewhere in the UK. But we'd like to remind you, she was the one scammed. The Indonesian snakeskin trade is devious. Realizing that other people aren't stupid, Scolaro eventually admitted to 2 counts of importing goods with intent to evade prohibition and 2 counts of selling a species unlawfully imported. On January 21st of the following year, she was sentenced to a 12-month community order to conduct 160 hours of unpaid labor. The judge probably had to explain to her exactly what labor is, as she's probably never had to do any of it. During the sentencing, the judge pointed out Scolaro's blatantly entitled attitude. Not only was it evident on her Instagram page, but illegally importing products made with the skins of endangered animals, paying no mind to the fact that species are dying out for the sake of her profits. Still, Scolaro refused to take responsibility, claiming she was used as an advertising campaign because of her reputation and fame. Scolaro said she didn't know pythons were endangered or that importing the items to the UK was illegal, likely because she didn't care. Now she says she's being used as the poster child for wildlife crime and believes she's the victim of bullying. This was probably all part of the Indonesian snake farmer's master plan. After her sentencing and accepting her newfound reputation as a species killer, Scolaro just wants her followers to know that she's not perfect. You know, she's no different than any other average Joe who contributed to threatening an endangered population. So relatable. Number 3. Sportluxe Lies. Bianca Chi is an Australian former model turned wellness influencer. This health guru was born and raised in Australia until she moved to the United States in 2016 to pursue modeling. In the US, she married Simon Chalmers, an American who ran King's Cross nightclub Beach Haus. Chalmers' nightclub is frequented by many celebrities, such as Leonardo DiCaprio, who held his 37th birthday bash there. Chalmers helped Chi expand her wellness business by taking her knowledge to social media and accumulating more than 1.3 million Instagram followers. She and her husband founded the website Sportluxe, a digital wellness brand devoted to helping people find the joy in healthy eating. The couple was enjoying marriage and success when in January 2022, Chi was detained by the Australian Border Force after taking a transcontinental flight from Los Angeles to Sydney. But the arrest didn't come as a surprise. She knew authorities were waiting for her on the other side before being taken into custody by New South Wales police. Chalmers gave potential Sportluxe investors documents that said the company earned $200,000 in the first half of 2017, with a projected $325,000 profit in the rest of the year. Convinced by the company's revenue figures, investors bought 1 million AUD worth of shares. But they became suspicious that Chi's stats were fraudulent. NSW police launched a fraud investigation in 2018 and found that the couple broke Australian law by deceiving consumers and duping investors out of 1 million AUD. Investigators found that Chi put some of her profits from modeling into the Sportluxe business account to make it look like the company was more successful than it really was. They were ordered to pay back all of the money they stole from investors, but Chi declared bankruptcy in 2021 and hasn't paid back a single dollar. The couple's lawyers walked away from the case after Chi and Chalmers said they only make $500 per month now and can't afford a defense team. Chi fled to the US to escape the Australian justice system, even though a Sportluxe spokesperson insists that she went with innocent intention of expanding the Sportluxe market. Amidst the investigations and lawsuits, Chi and Chalmers separated. Chi took to Instagram to explain her lack of recent posting, saying that she wanted to spend more time with her son, never addressing the charges against her. Number 2. Pinkhaired Chosen. Terrell-Hannah is a young TikTok star from Detroit known as Chosen World, who recorded himself dancing and lip-syncing shirtless in his signature red and white Nike shoes. In about half of his videos, Terrell-Hannah has pink-purple hair. His TikTok page has more than 149,000 followers and 1.6 million likes, where he bragged about robbing gas stations and 7-Elevens in a 3-month crime spree. It's always best to brag about crime sprees on social media as a way to hide in plain sight. Police will never find you this way. Chosen's TikTok, shockingly, is what ultimately gave him away to police. Authorities recognize his red and white sneakers as the ones worn by the suspect in a Michigan crime spree. Eyewitnesses also mentioned the suspect's pink-purple hair, which matched Terrell-Hannah's physical description. Terrell-Hannah began his spree of 4 armed robberies in December 2021, in which he targeted a 7-Eleven twice, a gas station, and a tobacco shop. During his first heist at the 7-Eleven, he walked into the building in black pants, a black hoodie, black ski mask, mask, skeleton gloves, white shoes, and a backpack with pink flowers on it for a pop of color. Gotta look good. Terrell-Hannah held the store clerk at gunpoint and demanded cash. The next month, he walked into a Marathon gas station wearing the same disguise and this time held the gun against the clerk's back as he demanded money. Then he returned to the same 7-Eleven and got away with the heist for a second time. To make matters worse, he didn't even do a cool dance as he left. His final robbery took place just 5 days later at Old West Tobacco in Novi, where he emptied the cash register and jacked several boxes of cigars. The employee of the tobacco shop noticed the suspect's distinctive pink hair. The FBI received an anonymous tip pointing them to Terrell-Hannah's TikTok page, and they noticed his sneakers and hair matched the eyewitness's account. The police obtained a search warrant that allowed them to track Chosen's phone, which showed his device at all of the robbery locations at the same times as the incidents. Investigators raided his home and seized several items probably used in the robberies, including a handgun, backpack with pink flower on it, and his signature Nike tennis shoes with red accents. Authorities read Terrell-Hannah's his Miranda rights, and he TikToked right away, confessing to all 4 robberies. He was charged with affecting interstate commerce and possessing a firearm during a violent crime. He was held without bond and could face more than 20 years in prison. Number 1. Canyon golfing? Female golfer and social media influencer Katie Sigmund found herself in hot water after posting a viral video of her swinging a golf ball into the Grand Canyon in October 2022. Sigmund, who has nearly 7 million followers on TikTok, was quickly reported to the National Park Service after the stunt. The park released a statement asking if they really needed to tell visitors not to hit balls into the Grand Canyon and posted the video to their Reddit page. They didn't identify her by name, but she was quickly recognized as social media influencer and terrible golfer, and now litterbug Katie Sigmund. In the video, Sigmund is seen swinging her golf club at the ball. The ball goes flying into the canyon, and the club breaks in half and goes down into the rim as well. Sigmund looks shocked as she realizes what happened. The force of the impact of the ball and the club falling down the canyon could have been enough to kill someone. The incident took place near Mather Point in the Grand Canyon. It went beyond littering, it was downright dangerous. Commenters on the video expressed hope that she would be banned from the park for life, with others worrying that she could have hit someone's head or damaged the wildlife. Sigmund has been fined $285 and charged with 3 misdemeanors. The charges were for tossing items into the Grand Canyon, littering, and creating hazardous conditions with disorderly conduct. Sigmund was lucky to only be cited for disorderly conduct and throwing items into the canyon, since that carries a maximum fine of $5,000 and 6 months in prison. Maybe stick to mini golf from now on, Katie, or pumpkin bowling, or something. Just not hitting things at really any type of canyon, grand or otherwise. Click to watch one of these next videos. Let us know in the comment section who you think is the worst influencer.